Hey, what is up, guys? It is your boy LP here bringing you another video today. Today, guys, we're going to be doing the top 5 sub attackers. This is a new category we're adding to the list, to the top 5s. This is a new, it's like just came out in the game or whatever. This has been in the game. It's just I didn't do it last month because a lot of people asked me to do the sub attacker category, and I don't really like this category a lot because a lot of these units can just classify as just attackers, or like pretty much attackers or a sub attacker, but a lot of these units get confused with being just attacker and all that stuff. So same way that we did last time, we're just going to go through all of the units. I'm going to give you a brief explanation of why these units are here. And yeah, also if you are a new player and you do not know what a sub attacker is, pretty much a sub attacker is a unit that is able to do damage, like let's say do like 20,000% or like 13,000% like damage, and at the same time be able to debuff the enemy or be able to buff up your team with damage or something like that. So yeah, that's kind of like what a sub attacker is, able to deal damage and also buff / debuff the enemy and your team. So with that being said, let's get into this. Coming in at number 5, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I had to pick between the worst of the best. So whatever, well, the best of the worst. So Dahlia, it comes in at the number 5 spot. This is like the only spot that is really like super competitive on this list. Apart from that, everything else is like pretty. I'm literally 100% about they should be on that, like they should be in that position. So Dahlia, she's a new unit. She came out with the Halloween summon event. Her skill, which just lowers all status resistances by 30% for 30 seconds. Now what that means is all status anomalies, so anything that you can inflict on the enemy will be lowered. So for example, paralyze resistance, freeze resistance, all that stuff. I think attack down resistance and defense down resistance and stuff like that. I don't know if that's actually in the game. I think that's in the game. But yeah, so all this stuff will be lowered, so you'll be able to proc debuffs on the enemy a lot more fluidly and a lot quicker and a lot more consistently. On top of that as well, her art is 12,800% dark magic damage, or dark physical damage, my bad. The more statuses on the enemy, the more art damage and crit rate you get on her art. So you put on a team that is able to debuff the enemy because she's going to be able to lower the status resistance anyway. So put on a team that is able to debuff, maybe apply a blind, maybe apply a feint, paralyze, whatever the case may be, attack down. And the more status debuffs, or the more debuffs on the enemy, the more damage she's going to do. Pretty good. Also on top of that as well, her abilities are pretty solid. Her dark attack level 4, every time you use an equipment, you make the enemies blind with probability, so that's pretty solid. Also, she does 60% damage to humans, pretty good. And also, you'll increase all evasion rate for your entire team by 10%. It's okay. And then her max LB slots are 5-star magic, 5-star magic, 4-star healing. Like I said, I had to pick between the best of the worst. So Dahlia comes in at number 5. Probably a little bit easier to read since it's in English for you guys and it's not so hard to see, but right here, this is Rim. This is what she does. Her skill, 1750% dark magic damage, increases BE from own skill by 50%. Also her art, 10,200% dark magic damage. Damage towards enemies' weaknesses increases by 30% for 15 seconds. Reduces enemies' attack and defense by 20%. Also her abilities, astrology, damage resistance towards enemy with daily elements increased 5 to 25%. Alchemy heals all allies HP by 70 when using equipment. Magic amplification, increase all allies magic damage by 10%. Max LB slots 554. So OP, what is so good about her? Well, let's talk about her art for a second, because that's what makes her so good. Her art is damage towards enemies' weaknesses and increased by 30%. So for example, if you're using a fire unit against an earth unit, you bring Rim on the team, well, they're going to hit even harder against that unit. So she buffs up your damage whenever you have a typing advantage, which is really good against units, so that works. Also, reducing the enemy's attack and defense is really good as well. Makes it to where the enemy doesn't hit you as hard, and also you're going to hit a little bit harder with the defense if you don't have no crit on your team. Also as well, she has the damage and resistance towards enemies with daily elemental increase. Now what this is with the daily, this corresponds with the daily quest. So whatever day it is, so for example if it's water day, she will get increased damage towards water units, and she will get resistance towards the water units, which is really cool. So that corresponds with whatever going on today. Now on weekends, however, it is random, so it could be whatever, but hey, it's pretty cool. Also as well, her alchemy, being able to heal all allies HP by 70 when using equipment, that's kind of okay. Maybe you could throw on like a low support or like a low CT equipment. Like apparently we're supposed to be getting the Godzilla event soon, so you can maybe throw on the railgun from that, which is pretty much toy sword but for magic attackers. So you may throw that on her, you know, maybe able to get more of a consistent 70 HP heal or whatever the case may be. You know, it's just kind of a compliment for it. And also she increases all magic damage by 10%, so still makes all magic damage dealer hit a little bit harder, and then makes people hit harder if they're at a typing advantage. But apart from that, my girl Ram belongs at the number 4 spot. Coming into the number 3 spot is Awoken Melia. Now I want to say this real quick, is the OP, you already see the comments. OP, Melia's not awoken yet, man. What are you talking about? How you gonna put on the list that she ain't even out yet for global? So what you talking about, my guy? Look, Melia is more than likely gonna be awakening this week. I'm almost certain that she's gonna be awakening this week. So with that being said, we're going to talk about it because she has to be the next Awoken unit. There's no way she's not. I feel like she got pushed back because of the Halloween event, even though she could have came out with the Halloween event because she kind of fits the theme of Halloween, but still, it is what it is. Now, what does Melia do? Her Awoken self. Melia's skill is 2,200% dark magic damage, increases her own HP recovery 2%, really good to be honest, pretty solid. Art, 13,800% dark magic damage, enables skill of all allies, and gets 4 seconds of BE, 50% up. Makes the enemies blind with probability, so you have a chance to blind the enemies, and also you give all your allies 50 BE up, or 50% more BE for 4 seconds, which is pretty good. That means if you pop that like at the beginning or whatever the case may be, and then you all use your skill, then you guys should generate a decent amount of BE. So yeah, also on top of that as well, she has her true art, 28,400% dark magic damage, art gauge absorption 20. Magic damage of all allies 50 up for 10 seconds. Now I want to say this real quick, is that the dark magic absorption, I'm still not 100% sure what that means. I think it's the same thing as how it is for 2B, or I said 2B. Oh my goodness, what is this, Nier Automata? Number two has a thing with her art where she's able to absorb the art's boss gauge, and whenever she does that, I think that may be what Melia does as well, but I don't know. If you guys have her on the Japanese side of the game and you guys know what the 20 art gauge absorption is, you guys can definitely tell me in the comments below. Apart from that though, let's talk about her abilities real quick. Her abilities, pretty solid. She has HP of all allies recovered by 10. Just as soon as you start it, she'll just be healing everybody by 10 every second, really good. Also she has damage to gods 90% up, and also she has the automatic barrier, which is when damaged near death, you will negate 2,000 damage every 60 seconds. So let's say like you pop, or like you get low on health, right? And you get near death, and near death is whenever your health bar turns red. That's near death. So whenever you become near death with Melia, you will negate 2,000 damage. On top of that as well, upon negating the 2,000 damage, as soon as that barrier is gone, I think that's when the timer starts for the next barrier, and then you can get another barrier in 60 seconds if you're still on the same boss. So yeah, overall it makes her a little bit tankier, and her equipment slots are also max LB, are 5-star magic, 5-star magic, 4-star support. I want to say this real quick too, is Melia isn't a fantastic unit to have on magic attack teams, and even not on magic attack teams, you can still take her just in games. Like you could just put her in lobbies and she's still going to do wonders for you. So yeah, I really like this unit. Hopefully her awakening comes out this week. That's why I'm putting her on the top 5, because I feel like her awakening is coming out this week, but I could be wrong. If it doesn't come out this week, it has to come out next week. There's no way. So it's very close. That's why I'm putting her on the list. But yeah, Melia comes in at number 3. Of course, if you guys have any questions, or if you guys want to make your own list about these units, you guys can in the comment section below. Now, moving on to the list. The list that you guys voted for in the Discord, baby. So, the list. Who comes in the number 2 spot, OP? The number 2 spot is LeAnn. Now you saw that percentage right there. You're probably wondering, who is that? Who is that? So LeAnn comes in at the number 2 spot. Is this surprising to anybody? LeAnn is one of the best units in this entire game. Here, you know what? I'll pull her up right here. I'll pull her up on here. You know why? We'll just pull her up on here. So LeAnn is an amazing unit. She is from the Master Summoning Pack. She will be able to be summonable if you are a free-to-play player. She will be summonable later on down the line. She will come out in a banner, and you can summon her then, but for right now you have to pay $30, and you get her, Daisy, and Favale in the same pack, and you get a letter bag and some other stuff, and you also get 5 LB stones. If you buy it, it's $30 or 30 USDs. So I don't know what that is in your country, whatever, wherever you guys are at. But LeAnn, let's talk about it. So what does she do? Her first ability is auto recovery level 7, regenerates own HP by 14 every second. She also has hit count. This is the main thing that makes LeAnn LeAnn, and also her uniqueness is she will store hits of skills and arts and increases own action speed, increase all allies damage only once. So what that means is every time you use her skill or her normal art, every hit goes up in hit count, or it adds to your combo counter. The thing about LeAnn is you want to have as much combo as you can, because it ties into her true art and this hit count ability right here, because you see right here it says increase all allies damage, but it doesn't say how much. The reason for that is it depends on how high your combo counter is. So the higher your combo counter is, the higher the damage buff is for your team. So yeah, also on top of that as well, she has Burning Mastery. I think she's one of the only units, I think she is the only unit that has this. Burning Mastery reduces all allies burn and freeze time, increases evasion rate by 30%, and increases crit rate by 50% when enemy is burning. Really good. Of course, this is only once, so if you had 2 LeAnns on your team, it's not going to give you 100% crit, so it doesn't stack with like another LeAnn. But still, that's really good because that allows fire units that can't usually crit, or units that can't crit usually, to be able to crit. So for example, you put LeAnn on a team with Shugimoto, then Shugimoto can crit now, which is really good because his art is 100% more crit damage, which he wants to crit, so this gives him a chance to crit. Also, her skill ignites 8-second cooldown, 1700 break, 2600% fire damage physical. Skill will not be cancelled by damage from enemies, so that means literally you can pop this, and as long as you hit the enemies, it will go towards your combo counter. You cannot be interrupted through it. Maybe, I think if you get fainted, you can be interrupted, but apart from that, you can't get interrupted. Her art, which is 12,200% fire damage physical, reduces or randomly burns enemy and increases own skill CT speed by 60% for 10 seconds, 2,300 break, and her true art is 20,900% fire damage physical, likely to burn the enemy, resets own hit count, and increases all allies art gauge, max of 99 up, 3,300 break. So this is her main thing. This is the main thing about LeAnn that makes her OP with her awakening. Her awakening allows her to be kind of a mini art battery depending on how high her combo counter is. So whatever your combo counter is, whenever you use your true art, depends on how much art you get. So for example, if you have 99 art or 99 combo and you use her true art, that means you will get 99 art, or yeah, 99 BE or 99 arts added onto your art gauge. So it pretty much guarantees an art for your team, which is really good. So it allows her to pretty much, if she's at 99 combo, what this allows her to do is use her true art, and then she does it, and then after the true art goes through, then she gets her art back because, you know, it's 99 art up, so she only needs 1 BE to increase her art gauge. She does that, and then upon doing that, she can use her normal art to then combo with her skill to constantly build up her combo again to try to get as high as possible, then to use her true art and keep repeating that loop over and over and over. And it's really good on fire teams or any team that she can run on and she can be on. It's really good, really solid, and yeah, that's LeAnn for you. She's super good, super top tier. LeAnn. Coming in at the #1 spot is Fina. Is anybody surprised about this? Fina is, of course, one of the best units in this entire game at the current moment. She's an S tier unit. She's super top tier. She's so freaking good, dude. She helps out so much. She really does. Like, she can single-handedly, like, she may not do a lot of damage. Oh, wait, this is True Centurion. Hold up. She may not do a lot of damage, but good God, can she definitely carry a team with her healing, her status immunity, and all that other stuff. So, what does Fina do, OP? I'll quickly sum it up for you. Fina's true art is able to heal the team for 300 HP for 20 seconds, and also you will completely avoid all status elements, and it will cleanse your entire team apart from faint. So literally you will avoid any status debuff that can be applied to your team, and you will also avoid status elements for that entire time and for 20 seconds. So literally nothing can affect you. Like, you can't get paralyzed, you can't get poisoned, you can't get none of that. And also on top of that as well, she's going to be healing your team by 300 HP for 20 seconds. So that's 300 second for 20 seconds. That's 6,000 HP, which is ridiculous considering she isn't going to be probably the main healer on your team if you're using her. So if you have like Mako and a Serpa, that's even more healing. So your team is pretty much almost unkillable at that point. So yeah, it's really good. On top of that as well, her normal art also will cleanse everybody, but it does not heal. It does give you the cleanse and the ability to avoid all status elements for 10 seconds, but it will not heal you. Her true art though is the one that heals you. Apart from that though, that is what her kit is, her art and skill and her true art. Her abilities are 90 or 80% damage up to demons, prayer, resurrect an ally with 33% HP only once, and then sacred light. This is her other level 90 ability. This thing is overpowered. I don't even know why she has it. I thought she was already good enough. I guess Good Smile was like, let's just slap it on him, you know. This baby can fit so much overpowered abilities in it. When your own HP is over 80%, status anomalies other than stunning are invalid. So that means you are completely immune to all statuses apart from faint while you have above 80% HP, which is very likely, especially if you have Fina and Mako or Fina and a Serpa on your team. You pretty much going to be perfectly fine on the HP department. You're going to be above 80% the majority of the time with Fina, so she's going to be completely immune to all statuses apart from faint. On top of that as well, her max LB slots are extremely good: 5-star magic, 5-star physical, and 4-star support. I want to say this real quick, is that this is why I think Fina is a little bit higher on my list. I always think Fina is a little bit better than Regulus. The reason for that is because Fina can instantly equip her true weapon as soon as you get her and you get her true weapon. You can instantly put it on her because her true weapon is a 5-star magic attack slot. And since we're talking about Fina, we cannot talk about Fina without talking about her true weapon. That is the other half of Fina. This is what makes Fina Fina. So what does it do? Her ability is, when equipped by Fina, damage 20% up, art gauge naturally rises. Also, we have dark attribute tolerance level 4. This resistance to dark damage 20% up. Really good. Now, her ability on her true weapon is, not her true ability, it's her skill on her true weapon, is 6,200% light magic damage. Allies will recover 30% of the damage dealt, or well, 30% of the damage received for 10 seconds. So what this means is you pop this, and 30% of the damage you receive for 10 seconds will be healed. So let's say, you know, a boss does an art, you pop this right before the boss releases his art, and then all the damage you receive, you're going to be healing 30% of that for 10 seconds. Just 30% of that. All that damage is 30% of it every single time. Really good. Makes your team extremely tanky. And Fina needs this to be super top tier. She's already good. Like, let's just say like this, okay? She's good. Without it, she's good, right? She's just a solid unit. But once she gets that baby, oh my God, she's God tier. Apart from that though, guys, that is it. That is the top 5 sub attackers. This is the first time we did it this month, or, you know, first time it's been here for the top 5 attackers. So first time we did it, or top 5 sub attackers. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that. Hopefully it was entertaining. Hopefully you found it informative. If you're a new player, you know, maybe you want to get some of these units now, or whatever the case may be. So this is top 5 sub attackers for October 2018. Hopefully we'll be able to get out the rest of them. I have 2 more top 5s to come out before the end of the month, so I'm going to try to push those out. Apart from that though, guys, it's been your boy OP. Catch me on YouTube. Catch me on Discord. If you have a list that you would like to put down below that you think of top 5 sub attackers, whatever the case may be, you can create your own top 5 down below in the comment section below. Of course, if you ever want to talk to me or anything like that, you can hit me up on Discord. And apart from that though, guys, it's been your boy OP. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'm out, guys. Peace.